and he is doing it up here today. Spectacular play on the baseline, the reverse dunk from Iverson, the little 360 on the fast break, and he and Iverson are keeping his team in the game right now. They have 7 points between them on the West. But the one thing they're doing, 6 offensive rebounds, so they've done a good job getting second shot.
Kidd pushes it up the floor, then tried to lob it for Shaq, but the East breaks it up. Here comes Iverson. Lays it off for Mourning, who scores with the left hand.
From Allen Iverson.
Kobe Bryant finds an opening. Swatted away by Mourning, who leads the league in blocked shots. Kobe's got it back for the slam. 2 years ago at Madison Square Garden, he was the youngest All-Star ever at age 19. Put on a show, but was benched in the fourth quarter by George Karl. Mourning cans the J because George felt he was taking the game over too much and was offending some of his veteran teammates.
I think he's learned from that experience. You're seeing Kobe play much more of a team game today than but he was put in a tough position that day too, Bob.
Shaq missed the turnaround, yet he had been virtually anointed as Michael's successor, and that was a bit much.
You know, he just wasn't ready for all that hype, but I'd say he's a tremendous player. You see Grant Hill on the drive, and that Mourning shot right there, that little outside 12-footer pulling the center away from the basket.
Garnett on the run. Hits the pull-up. When you look at a guy 7 feet tall like Kevin Garnett, who can run the floor and handle the ball like he does, it's almost scary.
Well, I mean, he leads his team in 7 statistical categories. That's unheard of. Eddie Jones knocks down the 3. Now, remember, when Eddie Jones was out, his team was 2-8. They really missed him.
Duncan missing, following. Mourning got a piece of it, but Duncan scores anyway. Here's Jones around his former Laker teammate Bryant. Iverson had it go off his hands. And it will belong to the West. They lead it 18-14. Now Gary Payton, an Oakland native, as is Jason Kidd, his West teammate, checks into the game.
And Vince Carter.
Well, you can see what Jeff Van Gundy's done also. He's put a big guy into the game, Dale Davis, so now Grant Hill is free. If you want to call it free to guard Garnett rather than Tim Duncan. I don't know what a break that is.
Allen Houston's in for Allen Iverson in the East backcourt. Jason Kidd for 3. Kidd freely refers to Gary Payton as his mentor. And Payton says, you know, when I first started playing against him on the playgrounds, he was a little soft. I put the ghetto in him.
What you're also seeing with Jason Kidd is, in my estimation, he's become the best point guard in the game. Bobby rebounds, he defends, he pushes the ball up the floor, but now he makes shots and he makes free throws. He's worked to be able to make guys guard him out on the floor. Like, he can knock that shot down.
Yes, he can.
Jason Kidd.
From Payton. You've got the 2 best point guards in the league on the floor at the same time right now for the West.
And they're 6'5" and 6'6", so they're not little guys.
Here's Jones. Payton grabs the rebound. Looking for a teammate. Sometimes in these games, it's hard to figure out who they are. Kidd from 20. You know, I don't say that jokingly. Aren't there times in a game like this with the different uniforms where you might become confused?
It's very hard because, you know, it's not like all of them are wearing the same colored jersey. You got green, you got purple, black out there. It's very difficult to distinguish. So it is hard when you're coming down, especially, Bob, the game is so fast. You get a glimpse and you want to give the ball to a player and you're not exactly sure. It's
dark and light uniforms, but some of the dark uniforms are more or less dark. Some of the light uniforms more or less light. 23-14 West. Mutombo and Miller in now for the East. Jump hook Shaq over Dikembe.
See, he's really improved his game there this year. He takes his time, and he's used to getting double and triple teams. That time, Mutombo plays him straight up. He just takes his time and buries the little hook.
Grant Hill through the whistle, got the bounce, comes to the line.
And you talk about guys guys who've improved their game. Grant Hill, I had the opportunity to coach him for almost 3 years. And Bob, what he has done this last summer to work on his game, this is the great part of his game, the slashing and the cutting. But what he's done, he's added a three-point shot. He's now over an 80% free throw shooter. So in essence, he has stretched the floor. So now when you try to play him out on the perimeter, he's going to beat you. I think he's the best one-on-one player in the game today.
And his image is so squeaky clean that Charles Barkley said recently, he's Theo Huxtable. He's straight out of the Cosby Show.
Well, he wants to win now. He's a champion at Duke, and he definitely wants to win. There's no question about that.
Duncan over Davis. The West by 10. Allen Houston's got daylight.
I'll tell you, I've seen that a lot. My first year coaching in Detroit, Grant Hill to Allen Houston. I can only imagine what those guys would have been like had they played together for 10 years.
Duncan screening for Payton. Now he has it back. Returns to Gary, who connects off the baseline in the West after a cold start has hit 12 of its last 15 field goal attempts. Grant Hill missing long, and Duncan pulls it down. Payton for Kidd. The lob to Garnett. But he couldn't quite finish it. Dale Davis up on the glass. He does all the dirty work for the Pacers.
Larry Bird told him, he said, I hope you don't think you're going to see the ball today. Just rebound and have fun.
Mutombo double team. Shaq swatted it away. Payton almost lost it. Now Kidd for three. Dale Davis another rebound in his first All-Star game after a distinguished 9-year career. Reggie Miller, the all-time leader in three-pointers, hits from beyond the arc.
That's a gimme for Reggie Miller. You give him that kind of time, and Grant Hill knew that. He got him right in rhythm and gave him an excellent pass.
Shaq spinning on Mutombo. Little jump hook, no. Davis another rebound. Mutombo may have traveled, no call. Dale Davis, well, he got a shot.
Well, that's an Indiana basket right there. And what I mean by that, that's the way he gets his points when he plays for the Pacers. Just grunt work inside, working hard, muscling inside.
Garnett lost it, poked away by him, into the hands of Miller. Reggie's pull-up three. And Garnett has the uncontested rebound. The lob intended for Shaq almost went in the basket. Shaq cleans up the mess.
How about the awareness of Shaq that time? He realized he couldn't get it, so he was going to hit the rim and put himself in a position to get the carom.
And the East asks for time. Dizzying pace with 1:07 remaining in the first quarter. West leads it by 7.
Grant Hill with a terrific, just easy little pass that time. Reggie Miller rolls the seams, gets it in his hand just the right way, lets it go. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And then Shaq on the possession was going to roll out and get a dunk, and he realized he can't get it. So watch him. He plays this ball for the carom. He sees it, great hands, reaches out, and then does what he does best, power dunk inside.
Rebound. The East draws to within 5.
Front of the basket to Glenn Robinson.
Glenn Robinson just in the game, got the hoop. Here's John Stockton. Oldest All-Star on the floor, second oldest All-Star in NBA history. To his teammate Malone. Mutombo, the NBA's leading rebounder, pulled that one down. This time Robinson is off with the jumper. Back comes Payton. He's got Rasheed Wallace back, but Stockton on the wing takes it and lays it in.
Now, Stockton's on the lane, filling lanes. Normally he's on the break. That time it was Payton down the middle. Stockton running. It looked like Stockton to Malone. That time Stockton gets the layup.
Last 12 seconds of the quarter. Allen Houston misses. Rasheed Wallace pulls it down. 6 seconds to get off a shot. In this game, that's an eternity. Payton for 3. Back rims it, and there's the buzzer.
End of one.
Pretty much what we expected.
The West.
The West leads at 33-26.